This is the Insta360 Go 3S. Yes, S monikers are back. Are you as annoyed as I have been with companies just iterating, like little iterations, but then just calling it a new number? This is the S version of the very popular Go 3 series, or the Go series. This is the third one, and this is the S version of it because this little teeny tiny action camera can now do 4K 30. Today is a sponsored first look at this camera. I do have a full review coming up because I took this thing to Costa Rica for a week. We filmed a ton with this thing. And next week I will have like a full video where we really pixel peep. Today though, let's just talk about like what is the same and what is new from the Go 3 to the Go 3S. What makes it an S version? It's the 4K 30. There's a couple other things though. 4K 30 and a couple other things. Let's go. What's the same and what is different? In the same category is a teeny tiny action camera that can magnet to things, like this just magnets to metal, but then also can magnet into this little action pod that basically turns it into a full-fledged action camera. And when removed from the action pod, this turns into a remote control viewer bit. This is a wireless viewer and remote control for your camera. So wherever you have this thing mounted, this thing can control it and you can see your shot straight from the screen. Clever as crap and still one of the best features of the Go 3 series. It also has a flip up screen so you can, do your selfie vlogs. Then the camera itself also magnetically mounts to different mounts. This is their like chest thing that goes under your shirt and just turns it into like a POV thing like this. You can do it upright or side. The magnet on this one, listen to it. Significantly stronger than even the Go 3 version and better labeled. Like they labeled it better how the things align and better labels on the hat clip. On all of my like Go series hat clips, which is kind of the main way that I use it, it gives you like that POV perspective when it's on the back of your hat. See, I've written which series it is, but I've also put a silver dot on the side that the lens goes on. Like the lens doesn't click in. If it's this way, it just falls out. But if it's this way, that's how it locks in. And on this one, they added their own little silver marking to tell you which side the lens goes on. Then in addition to magnetic mounts, there's still the action camera mounts, which the action pod itself can lock into. So this is like fully locked in. And then this pops off. I can take the camera out itself and just the camera can also lock into those action mounts. And when the camera is locked into here, it is really locked in there, like, come on. No chance it's coming off there. I've said before, like, yes, it's magnetically mounted, but it's just magnets that line it up, and then it's these quick release hooks that like lock it in place. So everyone that's ever said, what, you're gonna mount your action camera with magnets? Yeah, cause it's not magnets. The camera itself is still waterproof down to 33 feet, but the camera is waterproof. This bit is water resistant, this bit waterproof. Go in the pool, go in the ocean, do whatever you want with this piece. This piece, keep on dry land. Still have insane flow state stabilization built into this thing. It can still do that free frame mode where it's 4:3. You get horizontal stabilization, you can reframe to 16:9, you can reframe to 9:16. All the goodness that was the Go 3 now in an S version that has a few new tricks. And the main one, like I said, 4K 30 on the Go. This camera is so small to be doing 4K 30, like it kind of breaks your brain. But when the Go 3 came out, that was like the main thing that we all said was like, this thing can do 2.7K. Boy, would it be cool if it could do 4K. So now we are at 4K 30. We are at 2.7K 50 frames a second. So 2x slow-mo at 2.7K. And in that 4:3 mode, it can do it at 4K 30. So 4:3, 4K 30, and then you can reframe and post and do all the cool things you can do with free frame video. It's like the main It's like the main mode I shoot in with all my cameras now. Like I just shoot the largest frame that I can, the largest frame that the camera will allow me, and in post, I can choose, do I want 16:9 for YouTube? Do I want 9:16 for Instagram? When you shoot like just a horizontal or just a vertical, and then later you look at it and you go, oh, that was an awesome shot. I wish I had both options. So free frame mode it is. We also have new field of view options on here. On the Go 3, we had Ultra, Action, and Linear, and now we have Action, Mega, Ultra, De-warp, and Narrow. With Mega kind of being like the highlight. It is shockingly de-warped, so like the vertical lines stay vertical, but it is super wide. But physically they are identical. You couldn't really tell the difference without the Go 3S moniker on there, except for the lenses. The lens 4K and the field of view changes gives us like it's like the same tiny camera, just bigger lens on there. Then the other very notable feature that's been added is something that I kind of hope that all electronics just add this over time, but there is built-in Apple Find My on the Go 3. So you can link this thing up to the Find My app in your phone, just like you do with an AirTag. And now if I lose my camera, within the Find My app, I can see where it last was, like where it was last turned on. And then when I get near it, I go to the place, I find it's there. When I get near it, I can actually make it beep, and both beep. Like the camera itself beeps and flashes, and the Action Pod also beeps and then has like a little message on the back that says like sound, I can't remember what it says. But either way, it helps you find your camera. So if you've lost your camera somewhere and you're like, I just have no idea where it went, you can now use the Find My app on your phone and you can go find it. I wonder if it works underwater. I've lost a lot of action cameras in the ocean, and I wonder if this thing was sitting at like 10, 15 feet, if the Find My app would still work. That is something I might have to test. On the accessory side, there's tons of accessories for all these action cameras, but this one changes things big time. This is a quick reader for the Go 3 series. So Go 3 and Go 3S, this little bit just magnetically clicks onto this thing. And then on the back here, you can see I have a little slide that goes to Lightning and a slide to USB-C. I press the button to kind of lock it in place, stick it into the bottom of my phone, and now this is beaming those files directly into my phone so I don't have to wirelessly transfer them. And that is a nice touch because I use the quick reader on the Ace Pro, on the X4, just to be able to take the SD card, plug it into my iPhone, and directly transfer those files, not having to rely on Wi-Fi to do that, which is significantly slower. So this now, with this guy, now I have fast file transfer from my Go to my phone, and I can just start editing while I'm still out and about. It's one of those things that's like, okay, here's what Insta360 is really good about doing. They give us like a really cool product, and they're like, here, like we made you something really cool, and then we all give feedback. We're like, hey, this thing should be 4K, and hey, it's kind of hard to transfer files just over Wi-Fi to our phone, and they pretty quickly are able to iterate, give us an S version, 4K 30, give us a quick reader. Like they do listen, I would say probably more than any other brand. So if you have ideas, like if you're like, hey, the Go 3S is awesome, but what if it had this, or what if it had that? Put it down in the comments. Like, I really feel like Insta360 is listening to us, they're hearing our feedback, and then they iterate. Like they iterate pretty dang quick, like from the 3 to the 3S wasn't that long. Maybe it won't be that long till we get a Go 4 or Ace Pro 2 or X4. Whatever they're doing, they iterate quickly after hearing our feedback. So yeah, anything you got, throw in the comments. I'm sure they're gonna listen to this video because it is a sponsored video from them. So put your comments down there and maybe they'll respond to you. And like I said, more coming on the Insta360 Go 3. I also got a black one. So now I have a white one and a black one, which I'm very, very excited about because I feel like this like hides hang on. Like I feel like that hides better up there than having the white one on top. I'm very excited to use the black guy. Subscribe if you are not, and I will see you soon. More content on the Go 3 coming probably next week. I feel like next week. See ya. That was a good take. I've been in this alleyway for like 15 minutes trying to get a good take without a car driving up and down this alley. And every time I start talking, a car comes shooting up the alley. Good take. Woo!